Welcome to my channel. Let me ask you something. Why do some people stay strong in every situation while others break down with one small problem? Pause. Is it luck? Is it talent? Or is it something hidden inside the mind? Today, I will show you how your mind can become your strongest weapon. Stay with me, because once you learn these steps, you will never think the same again. Now, listen closely. Every day, you and I face problems. Some problems are small, some problems hit us like a storm. But have you noticed something? Two people can face the same situation, yet their reactions are completely different. One person feels defeated, the other person grows stronger. One person says, I can't do this. The other says, let me try again. Why does this happen? What creates this difference? It's not money, it's not education, it's not even background. It is the mind. Your mind is not just a machine, it is a battlefield. Every fear, every doubt, every negative thought tries to control you. But at the same time, every hope, every dream, every strong belief is also fighting inside you. And the truth is simple. The side you train is the side that wins. There are people who look calm on the outside but are breaking inside. And there are people who face pain, failures, rejections, and still stand tall. They didn't become strong by accident. They trained their mind. Slowly, daily, silently. You may think, but how can I train my mind? This is the question I want you to hold for the next few minutes. Because today, I am going to show you the exact steps that strong people use. Steps that can change your thinking, change your decisions, and change your life. So, stay with me. Don't skip. Don't click away. Because once you understand the power of your mind, once you learn how to control it instead of letting it control you, your life will never remain the same. Let's begin. Chapter 1. Understand your mind before you train it. Let me start with a moment you already know very well. Imagine this. You wake up in the morning with a heavy feeling in your chest. You have things to do, maybe studying, maybe work, maybe you want to practice English, but your mind starts talking. It says, I am tired. I can't do this. What if I fail? And suddenly, before anything even happens, you feel stressed, confused, and scared. Your body is fine. Your day is normal. But your mind creates a storm inside you. This is how most people live every single day. Your mind reacts fast. Too fast. When you face a problem, your mind sends you the first signals: fear, negativity, panic, and doubt. It happens automatically, without thinking, without logic, without control. Your heart beats fast. Your thoughts become loud. Your confidence becomes weak. And you feel like you are losing even before the challenge starts. But here is something no one teaches us. Your mind talks to you every day. Sometimes it helps you, sometimes it hurts you. Inside your mind, there are two voices. The first one is the weak voice. This voice tells you to stop, to run away, to give up. It says, you are not good enough. You can't handle this. Don't try, you will fail. This voice is scared of everything new challenges, new habits, new goals, new experiences. The second voice is the strong voice. This voice says, try again, keep going, you can grow, you can learn, you can become better. This voice pushes you forward. It gives hope, it gives courage, it gives strength. But here's the problem. Most people listen to the weak voice, not because they want to, but because they never train their mind. Maybe you also feel this. Maybe sometimes you look at other people and think, they are strong, but I am not. Maybe you feel scared when life becomes difficult. Maybe you want to improve, but your mind stops you before you even start. Listen to me. You are not weak. You are not slow. You are not hopeless. Your mind is simply untrained. And anything untrained feels difficult. Your mind is just like a muscle. If you use it the right way, it becomes strong. If you leave it alone, it becomes weak. Think about your body. If you train your muscles every day, even a little, they become stronger. If you never use them, they lose power. The mind works the same way. Look at these simple examples. When you try waking up early, your mind first says, no, sleep more. But when you train it and repeat the habit, waking up becomes easy. When you study English daily, your mind first says, it is too hard. But after days and weeks, your brain starts enjoying learning. When someone speaks English fast, your mind first panics. But when you keep practicing listening, your mind becomes calmer. When you make mistakes, your mind first says, stop. You are embarrassing yourself. But when you train it, you continue without fear. Slowly, slowly, the strong voice inside you becomes louder, and the weak voice becomes silent. Now, let me tell you a surprising truth, something most people never realize. Your mind does not follow the world, it follows your thoughts. Your life becomes the direction of what you think, not what others say or what problems appear. If your thoughts are strong, your mind becomes strong. If your thoughts are weak, your mind becomes weak. You have more power than you believe. You can change the way your mind reacts. You can control your thoughts. You can build mental strength step by step. And once you understand your mind, you can train it. Now that you know how your mind works, let me take you to the next step. In the next chapter, I will show you exactly how to control your mind instead of letting it control you. Chapter 2: How to Control Your Thoughts and Emotions. Let's start with a moment you know very well. You are sitting in your room thinking about school, work, your responsibilities, or maybe your English practice. You want to speak confidently, but when the moment comes, your heart beats fast, your hands shake, your mind becomes blank. You forget simple words you already know. You feel embarrassed, stressed, and confused. This is not because you are weak. This is because your emotions are moving faster than your thoughts. Now, listen carefully. One of the most powerful techniques to control your mind is very simple. Anyone can use it, even a complete beginner. It is called pause and breathe. When stress rises, your emotions jump quickly. Fear comes fast, panic comes fast, negative thoughts come fast, but calmness rises slowly. Your mind is like water. When someone throws a stone, the water shakes immediately. But it takes time to become still again. So, what should you do when your feelings become heavy? You pause and you breathe. Not fast, not forcefully, just slow, deep breaths. Because when you pause, your mind stops shaking. When you breathe, your mind becomes clear. This small technique can save you from stress, fear, anger, confusion, and emotional pain. It gives your mind space to think. It gives your heart space to relax. It helps you control your response instead of reacting blindly. Next, let's talk about something even more important: positive self-talk. This is not silly. This is not childish. This is science, and it changes lives. Your mind believes the words you repeat. If you say, I can't do this, your mind becomes weak. If you say, I will try again, your mind becomes strong. If you say, I am learning, your mind becomes calm. Simple sentences, simple words, big power. Inside your mind, there is a daily battle. Fear versus confidence, doubt versus courage, negative thoughts versus positive actions. Some days fear wins, some days confidence wins. But when you use pause, breathe, and positive self talk, the strong side of you becomes louder. Let me give you a spike, a powerful truth that can change your thinking forever. You cannot control everything in your life, but you can control your response. And that response decides if you win or lose. This is the secret of strong people. Not perfect people, not lucky people, not super talented people. Just people who learn to control their emotions before the world could control them. Now, let's connect this to English learning, because many of you face this problem every day. When someone speaks English fast, you panic. When someone asks you a question, your mind freezes. When you want to speak, you forget words. When you make a mistake, you feel ashamed. This doesn't happen because you don't know English. This happens because your emotions are louder than your knowledge. But when you control your emotions, everything changes. You listen better, you speak calmer, you think clearly, you answer slowly but confidently, you learn faster. Let me tell you a small story. There was a boy who wanted to speak English, but every time he spoke, his voice shook. His face turned red. His brain became empty. He hated himself for it. One day, someone taught him a simple technique: pause, breathe, and talk to yourself. Before speaking, he whispered inside his mind, I can do this. I will try. I am learning. I will not run away. He breathed slowly. He spoke slowly. And even though he made mistakes, he stayed calm. Every day, he improved a little more because he controlled his thoughts before they controlled him. This is the power of emotional control. And now, you are ready to start building that power too. Once you learn to control your emotions, your mind becomes ready for real training. In the next chapter, we will go deeper and I will show you how strong habits turn your mind into a powerful force. Chapter 3: Build a strong and winning mindset. Let's talk about something powerful, something that decides how far you go in life, something that separates people who succeed from people who quit. It is called a winning mindset. What does this mean? A winning mindset simply means thinking strong even when life becomes hard, not pretending, not acting brave for others, but truly believing inside your heart that you can grow, learn, and rise again even after falling. Winners think differently. Their mind works in a special way. Let me show you how they think. Winners see problems as lessons. When something goes wrong, they don't cry or break. They ask, what can I learn from this? Winners do not fear mistakes. They know mistakes are part of learning. They don't run away, they try again. Winners speak even when scared. They feel fear, but they don't let fear control them. They speak, they take action. Winners stand again after falling. No matter how many times life pushes them down, they get back up. These are not superpowers. These are mindsets. And here comes the emotional truth. Winning does not start outside. It starts inside your mind. You win first in your thoughts. Then you win in your actions. Then you win in your life. Now, let's talk about how you can build this strong mindset. It is not magic, it is daily habits, small actions repeated again and again until your mind becomes powerful. Here are simple habits that can completely transform your thinking. Daily English practice. Even 10 minutes a day tells your mind, I am improving, I am moving forward. Reading for 10 minutes. Reading opens your mind, grows your ideas, and gives new energy to your thoughts. Learning 3 new words daily. This small progress builds confidence. These tiny steps create big results over time. Speaking to yourself. Talk in English when you are alone. This builds courage and reduces fear. Journaling your feelings. Write your thoughts. Write your goals. Write your fears. When you write, your mind becomes clear and strong. These habits are not about English only. They are about discipline. They are about training your mind. They are about telling yourself, I can grow every day. Now, let me give you a spike moment, something deep that most people never understand. Your mind becomes what you give it every day. If you give it fear, it becomes fearful. If you give it excuses, it becomes weak. If you give it discipline, it becomes unstoppable. If you give it courage, it becomes powerful. Let me give you an example. 2 people are learning English. The first person practices daily. Even when tired, he studies a little. When scared, he still tries to speak. When he makes mistakes, he laughs and continues. His mind becomes stronger day by day. The second person practices only when he feels motivated. When scared, he stops. When he makes mistakes, he quits. When life becomes busy, he disappears from learning. His mind becomes weaker day by day. Same goal, different mindset. One wins, one gives up. Not because of talent, but because the mind decided the result. To build a winning mindset, you must learn one more skill: resilience. Resilience means bouncing back after mistakes, failures, and difficult moments. It means saying, yes, I fell, but I will rise again. It means not letting one bad day destroy your future. Every mistake teaches you. Every challenge shapes you. Every fall prepares you for a stronger comeback. Now your mind is growing. It is learning to think like a winner. And you are ready for the next step. Now your mind is strong. Let me show you how to use this strength in real life. Chapter 4. Win in every situation with a trained mind. Let's begin with a moment you have experienced many times. You are moving through your day, maybe studying, maybe working, maybe practicing English, when suddenly an unexpected problem appears. Something breaks your plan. Something goes wrong. Maybe someone criticizes you. Maybe you forget your English words. Maybe you fail at something you were sure about. Your heart drops, your mind panics, fear rushes into your thoughts. You feel confused, angry, or embarrassed. This is the moment when most people lose, not because the problem is too big, but because their mind is not trained. So today, let me teach you the powerful formula used by mentally strong people: calm, think, act. This formula can change everything. Step 1. Calm. When something goes wrong, the first reaction is always emotional. Fear, stress, anger, doubt, they come fast. But a trained mind does not react immediately. A trained mind pauses, breathes, and creates calm inside the storm. Because when you are calm, your emotions lose power, your thoughts return, your confidence wakes up, your mind becomes steady. Step 2. Think once you are calm, you can think clearly. You can ask yourself, what is the real problem? What can I do now? What is the next small step? A trained mind looks for solutions, not excuses. It does not say, "Why is this happening to me?" It asks, "How can I handle this?" Step 3. Act. And now comes the final part, action. Strong people do not stay stuck. They take small steps. They try again. They move forward even if the path is difficult. This formula works in every situation: school, work, relationships, English learning, life problems, everything. Now let's connect this mindset to English learning. A trained mind helps you speak confidently, even when scared. When you forget a word, you stay calm and continue. When someone speaks fast, you listen with patience. When you fail or make mistakes, you simply try again. Fear loses its control over you. And here is a spike moment, something that will stay in your heart. Winning does not mean you never fall. Winning means you stand up faster than before. This is the difference between a strong mind and a weak mind. Not perfection, not always being right, just the courage to rise quickly. Now, let me show you real life situations where a trained mind helps you win. Speaking English with a stranger. Instead of freezing, you breathe, smile, and say a simple sentence. You try. Answering a question in class. Instead of hiding, you speak slowly and clearly. Even if you make mistakes, you stay calm. Facing criticism, instead of breaking down, you listen, learn, and improve. Starting new habits, you feel lazy, but your trained mind reminds you to take small steps every day. Dealing with stress or anger, you pause, you breathe, you control your reaction instead of letting emotions control you. A trained mind also learns adaptability. Life changes, plans change, people change. A weak mind breaks, but a strong mind adjusts. It stays positive. It looks for solutions. It keeps moving forward even when the path becomes difficult. Here comes the emotional truth. In every situation, your mind chooses the story. You can choose the story of fear, or you can choose the story of strength. You decide which story wins. And now, let me leave you with a powerful conclusion. A trained mind does not run from problems. It faces them, it solves them, it wins. This is the power inside you. And once you train your mind, you become unstoppable. If this video helped you even a little, then I want you to take one small step right now. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join this growing family of people who want to improve their English and their life step by step. And I want you to write one powerful sentence in the comments. I will tyrann my mind. Write it with honesty. Write it with courage. Write it as a promise to yourself. Because this channel is not just about learning English, it is about becoming stronger, more confident, and more disciplined every single day. Follow this channel if you want more simple English lessons, more motivational stories, and more life-changing guidance. Your journey starts now. Train your mind, win your life.